Professional indemnity is insurance that covers you for the advice that you give, whereas medical malpractice insures you for the harm that you can cause, whether that's physical, psychological or physiological. So any health and well-being or sports and exercise therapist needs to be covered by medical malpractice. It's the second component on what the society offers its members. So the medical malpractice covers them against the harm that they can do to patients whilst they're treating or looking after that person, whereas the public liability covers them for any problems that occur within the surroundings. So for example, if I was treating you and I injured you or hurt you whilst I was performing the interventions, then you'd have the right to come after me on my medical malpractice. However, if you were sitting in the waiting room and a flower pot fell on your head, then it would come under public liability. The members of the society are covered for all of the aspects of sport and exercise therapy within their scope of practice. They've been trained, educated and assessed for. They have the right to increase their scope of practice, but effectively it's basically all of the competencies that they will have been taught within their education and degree programs. The Society of Sports Therapists does not include acupuncture or high velocity thrusts within its insurance. The reasons for this are that acupuncture is invasive and we will not cover for invasive techniques. Therefore, acupuncture cannot be covered under that scheme. And with the high velocity thrust, members can always increase their scope of practice, and if they want to go down and increase the knowledge and their expertise by doing acupuncture or high velocity thrusts, they have the right to do so, but we would then encourage them to make sure that they have adequate insurance additional to their own medical malpractice to cover these specific techniques. Yes, the insurance offered by the Society of Sports Therapists to its members is a global insurance. It will cover them to work anywhere in the world except North America and Canada. Whilst they're a member of the society, that they are covered by the insurance, if they choose to leave, then what happens is from the moment that they leave, they're not covered under the society's insurance scheme, and it would be necessary for them to make sure that whoever they decide to be insured by will cover them for claims that may occur for the period of time prior to them joining that scheme. If you've been a member of the society and you retire from practice and no longer do anything to do with sport and exercise therapy, there is a rollout period for retired members. So there's no additional fees, there's no premiums, but we make sure that if we have a member who's retired and there's a claim made against them for the time that they were a member and they were insured, then obviously that's covered. The Society of Sports Therapists is one of the few professional bodies that offers insurance for its members to work in professional football at a Premier League and a Championship level. And if they work in that area or they treat any players that are contracted to clubs that come from Premiership or Championship, then and they're over the age of 16, then they are included within the Society's insurance scheme. There is a slightly additional premium for it, but they will be covered by the Society of Sports Therapists.